A synthetic eye snaps open under harsh lighting. No warmth, no confusion, and no humanity. This is the newly activated white vision. To understand this entity, consider the ship of Theseus. If you replace a wooden ship's planks piece by piece until no original parts remain, is it the same ship? Hex Vision presented this paradox to compel White Vision to unlock his restricted memory archives. The archives flood his system. He declares, "I am Vision." And then he just leaves. He doesn't comfort Wanda or seek closure. He simply abandons Westview and flies off into the sky. Vision holds the database of a life he cannot feel. He has the records, but lacks the emotional bandwidth to process the history he has inherited. This identity crisis traces back to 1989, within the pages of John Byrne's Vision Quest comic. In the lore, Vision suffers a catastrophic hardware failure when the Vigilance Coalition captures him. They strip him down to his base components and erase his memory banks. When Hank Pym begins the reconstruction, he encounters a fatal flaw. To restore Vision's emotional capacity, they need a template of human brainwave patterns. The original donor, Wonder Man, refuses to provide them. This hardware reboot leaves him hollow. He processes his wife and children as mathematical variables, observation logs in a life he can see but cannot sense. The MCU adapted this tragedy with a specific mechanical logic. SWORD reassembled the vibranium hardware, but they lacked the Mind Stone, the singular cosmic artifact that originally granted him a soul. This creates a software failure. When Hex Vision restored those historical data files in the library, he was dumping terabytes of data onto a system without an emotional processor. In the upcoming 2026 Vision Quest series, he is a fugitive. He lives in hiding to evade the various organizations attempting to track him down and weaponize his synthetic body. He retreats into the overcast landscape of the Scottish Highlands. He assumes a human guise, working a mundane job pulling pints at a local bar. But his physical reality is at odds with his internal state. Inside his mind, he sits in a massive theater, projecting his archived memories onto a screen. He is studying his own past like a documentary, trying to learn how to be human. Acquiring memories is a passive data transfer. Identity requires the active synthesis of that history into a sense of self. Bridging the gap between data and identity requires Vision to leave the isolation of the Highlands and confront his physical origins. He has to face his creator. James Spader is returning as Ultron, appearing in both AI and human forms. This forces White Vision to navigate the trauma inflicted by his synthetic father. He also has to face his legacy. His sons, Billy and Tommy, have been resurrected into new bodies and are currently operating out in the world. This family reunion drags White Vision out of his safe isolation. It drops him into a role he has no programming for, being a father to two highly volatile teenagers. Vision Quest leaves standard superhero brawls behind to dig into the eerie discomfort of the uncanny valley. Soul building is a messy, demanding process of emotional connection. It is the active synthesis of experience, far beyond the reach of a compiled data archive.